term wage theft can mean a few different things: when workers are denied overtime or sick pay, just plain underpaid, or sometimes when they're not getting paid at all. Over the past year, the state attorney general's office has been cracking down, doling out nearly $3 million in penalties against construction companies, where, as Arun Rath tells us, wage theft is far too common.
Wage theft happens in all kinds of businesses, but it's especially rampant in construction.
They always say next week, next week, next week. Next week was like 6 months.
Javier Hernandez worked for 6 months building a hotel in Porter Square and says he didn't get paid a dime.
I spent Christmas with no money. I have a kid, 10 years old, so I couldn't buy a present for him.
Hernandez's story is a familiar one here at the Chelsea Collaborative, where Executive Director Gladys Vega says immigrants are often targets of unscrupulous employers.
We probably get 10 to 15 people a week with individual cases of not getting paid, of wage theft. So, I mean, it's huge.
In this case, the Collaborative was able to work with partners like the local carpenters union to get the company to pay up.
Gracias, la monita, brother. Gracias, brother.
But often it's the Attorney General's office that steps in.
Recently, we went after a local construction company that wasn't paying its workers overtime or hourly wages or the prevailing wage that they were supposed to be paying them doing public construction projects. We cited them over $500,000. We hope to recover that.
But a lot of workers who are immigrants or undocumented, which covers a lot of construction workers, are afraid to complain.
Sometimes we've had cases where employers have threatened to report them to federal authorities, for example, to turn them in. And they use that to say, we're not going to pay you minimum wage, we're going to make you work a whole bunch of extra time without paying you overtime.
Gladys Vega of the Chelsea Collaborative says that even Attorney General Healey's federal counterpart wants to protect undocumented workers, not deport them.
People are afraid of federal government because of who we have in the White House, right? Even the federal labor department has been very friendly to undocumented workers. So we must say that that we've been very fortunate and very lucky.
After working with the Collaborative to get his back pay, Javier Hernandez wants to get the word out.
To the Spanish community, don't let this happen. Open your mouth and talk with anyone. We can work together. Don't be quiet. Open your mouth and talk to them. And say, you owe me money, you pay me. Nobody came to work into this country for free.
That was Arun Rath reporting. The Attorney General says investigators show up for spot checks at work sites and sometimes request payroll records. But many of her office's wage theft investigations start with a tip. If you want to report a wage law violation or just have questions about what's legal and what isn't, you can call the AG's Fair Labor Hotline at 617-727-3465. Or you can go online to mass.gov/AGO/fair labor.